Coming up next on This Week in Torrance.
If you've dined at P.F. Chang's recently, then you may want to check your credit card receipt. We'll tell you why.
And the World Cup games kicked off this week. Find out how social media is embracing the fever.
Then kids and adults were treated to an open house unlike any other.
Plus, the Torrance business community is awarded at this inaugural event. We'll take you there.
These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. The semi-official election results were the talk of the town as Torrance residents voiced who they wanted in office. Mayor-elect Pat Fury led the race with 40%, getting just over 6,700 votes. Also, the top four candidates to win a seat on the council included Heidi Ashcraft, Tim Goodrich, Kurt Wiedemann, and Jeff Rizzo. Now only the top three vote-getters will serve a four-year term, which means Rizzo will only serve 2 years on the council before he's up for re-election. Deputy City Clerk Rebecca Poirier won by a landslide with 66% of the votes. Now, if you're wondering what happens next, well, the County Register Recorder's Office makes sure that all the ballots are counted. There are still vote-by-mail, provisional ballots, as well as write-in and damaged ballots that still need to be counted. California law requires the registrar recorder to complete and certify results within 28 days. The official election canvass period ends on July 1st. All newly elected officials will be sworn in on Tuesday, July 15th.
Well, after 2 weeks off, members of the council were back in session this week. A bright group of high school students on the West Torrance Robotics First Robotics Challenge Team 5124 and First Tech Challenge Team 4512 were recognized for their outstanding efforts in the recent regional competition. Not only did this team compete against more than 100 other schools, but in the process has helped to promote the love of learning for science, technology, math, and engineering. Members of this elite group were brought up to the podium and given certificates of achievement, and even gave the council a demonstration of what their robot could do.
Right now, the box is kind of falling over because of the massive amounts of blocks we're scoring right now. The roller in the front is obviously used to hold and dispense the blocks. The blocks could only be contained 4 at a time.
You can learn more about West High's robotics team by checking out their Facebook page. You can also catch replays of this week's council meeting right here on CitiCABLE 3 on Time Warner Cable or Verizon Fios Channel 31 every Wednesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. You can also watch online at torranceca.gov.
With graduation just around the corner, the Torrance Public High Schools are celebrating nearly 2,000 graduating seniors this month. This year's valedictorians include Ian Connett from Torrance High, Sierra Coughlin from West High, Melissa Gallagher from South High, and Justin Kim from North High. Bishop Montgomery held their commencement ceremony on May 30th, graduating 235 seniors. They were nearly a dozen valedictorians at the private Catholic school, all with an average GPA of 4.5 or above. Congratulations to all the graduates in the class of 2014.
There's a new car sharing service now available to South Bay residents. Car2Go, an innovative way of not only car sharing but reducing the city's carbon footprint, is teaming up with 6 South Bay communities, including parts of Torrance, to offer residents access to a fleet of smart cars for a nominal fee. Customers first need to sign up online, and those who sign up before August 10th can take advantage of the promotion SURF and register without any fees. Now, once you're registered, customers are issued a card that users can swipe, then unlock the car they've signed up for in the neighborhood of their choice. It's similar to a car rental service, but with the added convenience of picking up and dropping off at various locations. Cars can be rented for as low as $15 an hour to $85 a day. Customers can drive to their destination and leave the car parked in any public parking space, even ones that are metered. Car2Go tracks all of its cars with a GPS, so it knows when a car is parked and for how long. The company says they will send drivers out to move cars around if they become too concentrated in one area. South Bay cities participating include parts of Torrance, Hawthorne, El Segundo, Lomita, Hermosa, and Redondo Beach. City leaders hope the new business will improve traffic and parking by reducing the number of cars on the road. Del
Amo Fashion Center recently announced more changes to their ongoing improvements. Macy's will consolidate its 3 stores into 2, making it easier to find what you're looking for. Macy's will keep its 4-story main store at the north end of the mall, along with its 3-story location north of the new patio cafes. The oldest and southernmost 2-story Macy's, which is now the Macy's Home and Furniture, will close this fall. This will make room for another anchor tenant to move in above Jo-Ann Fabric and Craft Store. Meanwhile, new and some relocated stores from the north end of the mall are finally open for business, including Manhattan Beach-based Skechers, 4,300 square foot prototype store, along with Finish Line by Nike, Quicksilver, and jewelry store Pandora. Disney is expected to celebrate their grand opening of their newly designed store on Saturday, June 21st at 10 a.m. The first 500 guests to attend the opening will receive a free gift and an opportunity to meet Mickey and Minnie Mouse from noon until 4 p.m. You can check out the ongoing progress of the mall's improvements by going online to simon.com and type in Del Amo Fashion Center.
Shoppers who stopped in to dine at one restaurant located at Del Amo Fashion Center may be at risk for potential credit card fraud. P.F. Chang's recently announced an investigation into a possible data breach involving credit and debit cards stolen from its restaurants across the U.S. The report came from cybersecurity blogger Brian Krebs, who uncovered previous data breaches at retailers like Target. His website, Krebs on Security, said customer data from thousands of credit and debit cards previously used at P.F. Chang's restaurant went up for sale in an underground market best known for selling data from millions of cards stolen in the recent Target breach. Krebs reports those at risk may be customers who dined at P.F. Chang's from March to May 19th this year. It's unclear yet which locations may have been compromised. The chain does have 211 restaurants in the U.S.
Honda's helpful guys in blue are giving families a great Father's Day present by doing what they do best, being helpful. The guys in blue are back just in time for Father's Day weekend, celebrating dads this holiday. Complimentary car washes and valet parking will be offered all across Southern California. Here in Torrance, shoppers can line up to take advantage of this special treat at Del Amo Fashion Center, as well as Del Amo Car Wash on Hawthorne Boulevard, only on Father's Day weekend. You can check out SoCal Honda Dealers Facebook page for more clues and locations.
The social media world is getting ready to embrace World Cup fever. This year's games will play out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, as well as messaging apps as games progress in stadiums from Sao Paulo to Rio de Janeiro. Nearly 40% of Facebook's 1.28 billion users are fans of soccer, and beginning this week, Facebook users will be able to track their favorite teams and players throughout the tournament in a special feature called Trending World Cup. Now, this is available on the web as well as mobile devices. You can get scores, game highlights, as well as a feed with tournament-related posts from friends, players, and teams. An interactive map will even show where the fans of top players are located around the world. The World Cup is the world's most widely viewed sporting event, which takes place in Brazil from June 12th through July 13th.
This week's council meeting adjourned in honor of one Torrance war veteran and local resident, Carl Carlton Eccles. Eccles, originally from Alabama, joined the Navy in 1936, and while stationed in Long Beach, he met his wife Margaret at a YMCA dance in San Pedro. After retiring from the Navy in 1957, Eccles relocated his family to Southern California and began his second career as an insurance agent. Eccles was recently honored at the May 20th council meeting when the newest phase of the Torrance Hometown Heroes banner program was introduced. His banner proudly hangs on El Prado Avenue near Torrance High.
Well, still ahead, we'll tell you who won big at the recent Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce Business Awards.
Plus, wedding season is here. Find out where brides are flocking to Torrance.
Minds can achieve anything. We make sure they get to college. Federal student aid provides more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds to make college possible for anyone with the mind to get there. Because if given the chance, brains will do great things. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Torrance residents were invited to check out the resources that make Torrance the well-rounded city that it is. Crystal Garcia tells us more.
Torrance's City Yard Open House was 3 events wrapped into one day full of sights and activities. In a rare opportunity, guests got a taste of Torrance past and present and were able to check out both classic city vehicles along with the city vehicles used today.
The animals want the people to do these clean practices to help the bay stay clean.
The city's Public Works Department weren't the only ones with activities and displays. Local vendors joined in on the fun and allowed guests of all ages to learn about the city's resources and how to be more eco-friendly.
Can this be recycled?
The South Bay Bird Society, CERT, and Trash for Teaching were just some of the organizations who made learning about the environment, disaster preparation, and recycling fun. And when guests wanted to take a break from all the hands-on learning, they were able to check out the array of cars and motorcycles on display at the car show. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Crystal Garcia.
Thanks, Crystal. This year's event brought out a record number of people. Not only were there free giveaways, but games and information booths. If you missed this event but would like to learn more, go to torranceca.gov.
The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce hosted their inaugural Business Awards luncheon recently. City leaders and local political figures came together to help kick off the Chamber's first awards event, honoring members of the Torrance business community. Volunteer of the Year award went to Leslie Cortez, a senior administrative analyst with the City of Torrance. Former Police Chief John New received the Achievement of Excellence Award. Next, the Legacy Award went to Northrop Grumman, Daily Breeze, and the Torrance Police Officers Association. Then the George Whittlesey Memorial Award went to Charles Gale of the Metropolitan Water District. Outstanding Community Service Award went to Kaiser Permanente. Small Business of the Year Award went to Palos Verdes Bowl. The Innovative Practices Award went to Physical Optics Corporation. And finally, the Program Leader of the Year Award went to Dan Thomas of Time Warner Cable Business Class. This event took place at the Doubletree by Hilton. The Chamber hopes to make this an annual tradition.
Diabetes is on the rise, and one new report found more than 29 million American adults have the disease, and a quarter of them don't even know it. The study also found another 86 million, a third of the adult population, are headed down that road with pre-diabetic levels of high blood sugar. Now, the vast majority have type 2 diabetes, which is often caused by poor diet and lack of exercise. Type 1 diabetes is usually diagnosed in childhood as an autoimmune disease. The Centers for Disease Control says diabetes and its related complications rack up $245 billion in medical costs, lost work, and wages. That's up from $174 billion in 2010. Now, if you're wondering what you can do to help prevent diabetes, eating a balanced diet and exercising regularly is said to help prevent or control the disease. You can find more information online at AmericanDiabetesAssociation.org.
In one of the most ambitious attempts yet to prevent Alzheimer's disease, a major study kicked off this week to see if an experimental drug could protect healthy seniors whose brains harbor silent signs that they're at risk. Scientists plan to scan the brains of thousands of older volunteers in the U.S., Canada, and Australia to find those who have a buildup of a protein in the brain called beta amyloid. This is believed to potentially play a key role in developing the disease. Researchers are just beginning to recruit volunteers. Scientists believe Alzheimer's begins to affect the brain at least a decade before memory problems appear. The $140 million study is funded by the National Institute of Health. The research will track the participants over the next 3 years.
Not only are Torrance residents fortunate to have two great hospitals, but now Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center in Torrance was recently added to Becker's Hospital Review's 100 Great Community Hospitals. Providence Little Company was the only Southern California hospital and one of just two in California. Hospitals named to this annual list are selected for their quality of care and service. They were particularly noted for their primary stroke center, its level 3 neonatal intensive care unit, and for being named for the past 3 years a Truven Health Analytics 100 top hospital. Established in 1960, Providence has 436 beds, approximately 2,000 employees, and 900 physicians on staff. June is National Pet Preparedness Month, and the American Red Cross is encouraging all pet owners to establish a disaster plan that includes their pets before it's too late. According to the American Humane Association, this is a great time to put your pet preparedness kit together. According to their website, they listed these items as a top 10 list of things to pack. The top 5 on that list are 3 to 7 days worth of food and water, a leash and a collar, extra bowls, and a photo of your pet. And don't forget to include your pet's medication. That's number 6 on the list, followed by your pet's immunization records, a pet carrier, first aid kit, and contact list of pet-friendly hotels, veterinarians, and list of friends and family in case they need to be transported there. Now, you can get more information online at AmericanHumane.org. The American Humane Association is the country's first national humane organization and the only one dedicated to protecting both children and animals. Still ahead, we've got events coming up you won't want to miss. Plus, find out what's new on the next Sports Desk.
Living near mountains, woodlands, and wild places is a dream come true for many, except during wildfire season. That's why people are working with their local planners to help ensure that wildfire protection is part of the planning process for communities near the beautiful and wild parts of our state. Learn more at planning.org. That's planning.org.
You can't buy a best friend. You can love them, pet them, care for them, whether they want you to or not. You can take a picture, you can jump, yell, you can fly to the moon, travel the world, or just stay in bed. You can't buy a best friend like that, but you can adopt one. 'Cause we're connected.
Welcome back, everybody. Be sure to reserve your spot at the upcoming Lunch with Our Leaders event featuring LA County Supervisor Don Knabe, hosted by the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce. The event will also present a Distinguished Citizen of the Year award to the very well-deserved Debbie Hayes. This event takes place on Thursday, June 18th from 11:30 a.m. until about 1:30 p.m. at the Doubletree by Hilton on Hawthorne Boulevard. Tickets are limited, so be sure to reserve your seats. Call 310-543-3113 or go online to torrancechamber.com. And on Saturday, June 21st, be sure to stop by the Torrance Cultural Arts Center for their second annual open house. Members of the Cultural Services Division will offer demonstrations on a variety of classes, plus get a free tour of the facilities in case you're looking for the perfect venue to book for your next event. This takes place on Saturday, June 21st from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. They're located at 3330 Civic Center Drive. Now let's go out to the sports desk with Juan Hernandez for a sneak preview of what's to come.
Juan, what do you have for us?
Hi, welcome to the Sports Desk studio. It's been one heck of a school year and it's all just about to wrap up. What better way to go into summer with one last prep showdown. 2 baseball squads share back-to-back league titles and torch their way through the playoffs with only one way to settle the score on the diamond once and for all. This time there's a little more on the line than a Pioneer League W. That's every day at 4 p.m., 6:30 and 9:30 in the evening right here on CitiCABLE.
Thanks, Juan. June officially marks the kickoff of wedding season, and our Anne-Marie Williams visited one local boutique to find out how they're helping our brides-to-be.
Louisa Moore is at Bridal Elegance today for her final dress fitting.
You're only going to get married that day. That's a big day. That's the one that you want to be, to look the best that you possibly can.
Although Moore knew how she wanted to feel on her big day, she didn't know what would look best on her.
And I tried several type of dresses. I mean, these guys were bringing dresses left and right. until we found the right one.
Bridal Elegance is one of nearly 10 bridal shops in Torrance. Moore visited several other boutiques before she found Bridal Elegance.
I came in and I took a look around, and I was very impressed about the selections they had and the inventory they had. What blew me away was the customer service.
Bridal Elegance owner Stacy Thompson is always here and prides herself on the atmosphere of the boutique.
We're definitely not your snooty bridal shop. We want you to feel comfortable. We want to make it feel like, we want you to feel like you're sort of at home. And, we're not a pressure situation unless there's a girl who's got a very short period of time. We want to emphasize to her that it doesn't matter where she's buying. She just needs to get ordered.
Thompson says to be open-minded and bring pictures when you set out to find your dress. Just like normal fashions, bridal trends change with time.
We're seeing some more ball gowns, which is really fun. I'm a big ball gown girl myself. We're seeing a lot of beading. Beading is really big and really on trend. Color has come in strong. Champagnes, blushes. One line even has a blue dress. We have a black dress over there. So, there's some options as far as that goes.
In addition to bridal gowns, they also carry accessories, bridesmaid dresses, flower girl dresses, and tuxedos. Next week, Moore will fly to Venice, Italy with her gorgeous gown to marry the man of her dreams.
It makes you feel glamorous. I wanted to feel special and elegant, and that was why I chose this one.
If you're looking for your perfect wedding gown, visit bridalelegancesalon.com for more information. Reporting for Torrance City Cable, I'm Anne Marie Williams.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. Bridal Elegance Salon is located at 2172 Torrance Boulevard. You can also check them out online at bridalelegancesalon.com. And be sure to check out the upcoming episode of Spotlight Torrance as host Julie Chan talks about all things related to wedding season.
Makes me want to get married all over again. It's just silly. Well, that's it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.